TheSmartLocal.com.
Okay, hi guys. So today we're here at JobStreet Career Fest 2017 because Joyce is actually going to be giving a talk about how to get into the media industry. We're actually here today to support her, and on top of that, we're actually going to be sharing with you guys some personal tips and tricks on how we think you can better your chances at landing a job in the media industry as well.
You're to learn about how to move yourselves forward.
Which one are you most interested to listen to?
I'm interested to listen to Google as usual. Actually, I think this topic sounds interesting. Being a small fish in a big pond.
How are you nervous?
If the turnout is like that, no. I hope it stays this way. The largest size of audience that I've spoken is probably like Polytechnic auditorium. No, a lecture hall, which is probably half this size. Right now, the natural question becomes, where do you fit in this entire ecosystem?
Okay, so Joyce's talk is done, and now we're also here with John and Chris, and we're going to be talking about some tips and tricks for how to kind of like better your chances at scoring like a dream job.
I think one big step in figuring out what you want to do, right, is knowing what you don't want to do. So like having been in engineering, I know for a fact that I don't want to be part of engineering. You may not be as lucky as your friends, you know what you want, but the process of elimination and working hard in things that speak to you, eventually you'll figure out what you want to do.
It's true, we actually had one intern, a journalist intern last time in the past. But when she left, right, she said that she's glad she took the internship TSL because she knows that she doesn't write full time anymore.
The best way to figure out what you want to do is to go and try. So for example, if you want to try photography, right, just go and take pictures first lah. See whether you really like it or not. If you really do, then you can see whether you want to develop a career out of it.
I feel that the way interviews and getting a job is done these days has evolved into changing the way you approach your interviewer and changing the way you approach applying for a job. It's not just about your paper qualification anymore.
Before I started working, right, I sort of imagined that like, okay, well, once you start working, you're gonna have a chance to work on your weaknesses. But I realized that in the workforce, nobody has time to do that. So your role is to make sure that you have as many strengths as possible that your employer can use immediately.
Research on the company that you're applying for, and you need to understand their culture, what their people are like, and whether it's going to be a good fit for you. Because as much as you want to present the best possible version of yourself, at the end of the day, it cannot be too far away from who you actually are.
Oh my god, have you seen my cover letter?
This is my cover letter.
Oh my god!
I'm going to fire myself now, sir.
If you just write a very generic one, right, then it's not going to go anywhere. But you imagine company A to be like this very dynamic culture, and your cover letter is more tailored to that, they're going to be more interested in hiring you as well.
And another thing, don't like ask your friend to write your cover letter.
Same thing for photography, for videography, anything that goes into your portfolio. We can tell one lah. There was this one applicant that came in, right? His portfolio was damn good, but after he came in, he didn't know how to use a DSLR. I personally curated a portfolio just to apply for a job. I have zero skill in photography, but I'm going to try. So I borrowed a camera. I'm already doing something to pave their way towards this because I'm very interested in it. A lot of applicants come in and they say, I'm really interested to do videos, but what videos do you have to show? Only those that you've done for school projects and stuff like that. So it doesn't show the extra effort.
What the media industry is lacking right now is creative people, fresh ideas, and storytellers.
One of the things I really hate hearing the most, right, is something like, oh, I'm very willing to learn. For every one of you who is willing to learn, there are 100 more who are willing to learn. Right now, the industry is so saturated, there are so many people applying right now, and everybody's going to say the exact same thing. So stand out from the rest.
I think you need to understand the media landscape. So for example, if Instagram is moving from photos to videos, then you need to start learning videos. Yeah. As the industry's landscape changes, you also need to change. You also need to evolve.
Yeah.
Okay, so we hope that whatever we said here today will be of use or helpful to you guys. And now we're going to go back into the career fair to check out some...
win the staycation!
Yeah, okay. Okay, so that was the end of the event. What was it like talking at an event like this?
I was most nervous for this, especially because like you have the front row, right? It's all the other speakers from like Google, from Ninja Van and stuff. So a bit nervous, huh?
And what do you think of the event itself in terms of like how useful do you think it is for the people who want to attend?
Actually, I think it's a damn good opportunity, right? Because for these kind of events, the speakers are always quite on point. They will get people from the upper management, and these are the people who hold the power when it comes to recruitment. It tells you like what they look for in employees and the do's and don'ts, because for some companies you only get one shot at application, so you have to make sure that that one shot is super successful. Yeah.
Okay, so that was it. Thanks JobStreet for having us at Career Fest 2017. If you guys want more information about this kind of events, you can head down to the link in the description box below.
Look out for the next event. I'm
Yep.
sure they'll be having it soon.
Okay, see you guys. Bye.